Hi guys, looks like we're recording. Hope you can see me. Read that right. Welcome friends, I'm really excited to have you here. This is day one of our 2-week nutrition protocol challenge. I know you guys have a lot of questions and you've already been really actively participating in the Facebook group, so I'm super pumped to get started. And because we are exceptionally brilliant women, we're not going to waste any time. We're going to jump right in. Overview. How does this protocol work? Meaning, what is the system? How are you going to be able to keep in touch, etc.? So every day for the next 14 days, I will create a video that is similar to this. Consider it as your 10 minutes every day of going to nutrition protocol class, right? It's going to be an instruction video that is going to cover fitness, mindset, health, hormones, and then at the conclusion of the video, you will have homework. So you will get homework every day, and then there may be other relevant research, reading topics, etc. My goal behind this nutrition protocol challenge is that I teach you guys how to fish when it comes to establishing a dietary plan that works for you, that will regulate your hormones and end the over desire to eat. That means that I'm not going to give you a day-to-day eating plan. I'm going to give you the tools. I'm going to teach you how to fish so that you can do this on your own and you can be empowered with as much information as possible. Everything I'm giving you over the next 2 weeks is a very shortened and condensed version of the entire work that I've been doing for the past 10 years in regards to hormone regulation, health, diet, fitness, being an athlete, and also managing the over desire for food. And not only in the health aspect of it, but also the cognitive behavioral aspect of it. So we're gonna get really deep, really heavy, really quick. I don't want you to think that this is just soft stuff here. So every day, I really suggest that you spend some time in the morning, if you can, portion out for the next 14 days, some time to review the video that's going to come across our Facebook tribe group. Consider it you time. You can either A, put the video just on sound so that you can listen to it on your drive to work or while you're nursing the baby or whatever, or B, sit down and really watch the video. The thing is that you'll be able to download the video, you'll be able to listen to it over and over again if you want to, but it's going to be every day the topic of discussion. You'll learn the information and then you're going to go about for the rest of the day applying it. So again, on the Facebook page, you'll have a link to this video that is going to link to our Strong Mom Fitness website, which the URL for that is my name, www.katieream.com. And then within that, you will have access to PDF downloads of the homework, a PDF download of my notes, because I prep notes for all of these little classes that I teach. So you'll have those notes in writing, and any other relevant information. In order to access that page, I'm going to need you guys to sign up as members of the Strong Mom Tribe site, membership site on my webpage. Now, keep in mind, you guys are the first people to sign up on this membership website. So I would really appreciate if you give me feedback and thoughts about ways to improve it or make it easier, because this is very much a dual learning process, and I'm really excited to have you guys along for the ride in the creation of this 14-day program, and also knowing that you guys have already been so communicative and you'll give me feedback as we go. So with that, let's get into the specifics of the protocol. So the Strong Mom Fitness Nutrition Protocol Challenge. The nutrition protocol, think about it as a way of living. It is a set of general guidelines to help you define and understand what your body needs to eat for fuel versus eat for pleasure. Now, if that is the first time you've heard that concept, bookmark it in your brain, sister, because we are so coming back to it. Strong moms eat for fuel and not for pleasure. And I know you're going to want to challenge me on it, but we'll get there. So over the next 2 weeks, we are really going to focus on not just changing your body, right? This isn't so much about losing weight. It's about changing our thought process behind our bodies, knowing full well that whatever we want to accomplish in life starts internally, starts with our thoughts. And I'm going to give you very specific tools to help you monitor and change those thoughts so that you can get the results you want. Next, so what is the nutrition protocol about? Like what is the purpose? Well, the nutrition protocol, first and foremost, lowers insulin. Now, this is also going to be another topic that we will get into, the specifics of how insulin works, but know that insulin increases based on how much glucose you have in your blood. So for example, if you eat a lot of cake, you will increase or spike the glucose in your blood. Your insulin levels will increase. Now, insulin prefers to store energy as fat. So that insulin's whole purpose is to take that glucose and shuttle it into your fat cells, because ideally, in a perfect world, we would eventually use those fat cells for energy, correct? However, as long as there is glucose high levels of glucose existing in our bloodstream, the insulin will just keep going, it'll just keep going, it'll just keep going, and our body will never slow down to use those fat cells, the energy in the fat cells. So, putting 2 and 2 together, the fat cells just continue to duplicate, and grow. So, the nutrition protocol is a protocol that specifically will lower your insulin levels. Sorry, I've got notes here because I just want to make sure I stay on track. So just really quick, like I come from a bodybuilding background. So I used to eat every 3 hours because I was very much of the mindset that my body needs food for fuel, This is something that we have been programmed to believe and to just think as a fact. And it's not a fact at all. If you've ever been hangry, this experience of hangry is your body saying, oh my God, I only know how to use glucose for fuel. I don't know what's going on. And it signals like panic urges to your brain. So the feeling of hangry is simply an indicator that your body does not know how to convert fat as energy. Good to know, right? Well, that leads us to our next point, that this nutrition protocol is going to train your body to snack on fat. Yeah, because isn't that what we want, right? I mean, when we look at people that are successful dieting, losing weight, and maintaining it, keeping it off for the long run, what do? They have the ability to be able to train their body to utilize first their hips, their thighs, the fat on their butt, their abdominal fat, right? You want your body to go here for energy. And then once this is tapped out, it can go for the glucose. But first and foremost, your body snacks on the fat. Makes sense, right? But we've got to train your body to do this. Your body gets really good at what it's used to. And right now your body is really good at using that glucose for energy, not the fat. So the other benefit of the nutrition protocol is that it's going to change your brain's normal urge to overeat. Notice that I said normal here. I spent years of my life thinking that something was wrong with me because I obsessed over sugar. I obsessed over carbohydrates. I would rearrange my schedule so that I could sneak some Ben & Jerry's in the car. I got stories, girl, that will make you laugh and make you cry at the same time. I thought something was wrong with me. And then I found out that actually no, my brain is doing exactly what it is intended to do, which is to survive. Sugar, glucose, as we've just learned when we talked about insulin, is a really easy way for your body to convert food into energy. It's just easy to get it, easy to get the energy. So your body is going to want to prefer the sugar over the fat. That's why we have to train it. For those of you that go to the gym and work out, think back to the first time you ever stepped foot in the gym and lifted that weight. And you were like, whoa, I've never felt this before, right? That's what your body is doing. That is that level of adaptation that we are going to have to work through. And the whole time, your brain is going to be screaming. Your brain is going to say, this is ridiculous. This is not working. This isn't fun. I deserve the chocolate cake. What the hell? She's telling me I can't have flour for 2 weeks. She's crazy. Your brain is going to tell you so many stories about why this is not a good idea because your brain just wants to survive. It doesn't know that using fat for energy is the preferential and cleanest burning energy fuel possible, and that you have tons and tons of calories reserved in your fat for energy. So it's going to change your brain's normal urge to overeat, meaning through this process, we are really going to dive into why we want to overeat, what it is, what are the exact mechanisms about the foods that we choose that cause us to overeat. We're going to normalize the experience so that we can see it objectively, and then we can really get into undoing the habit. You with me? You pumped? Can you see why this is a lot to go over in 2 weeks? Woo! Okay, so the protocol specifics. We are eliminating for 2 weeks sugar, flour, alcohol. What does that mean? What does that mean? Sugar, flour, alcohol. What does that mean? Sugar, flour, alcohol. That's what it means. Sugar meaning table sugar, sucrose. Okay, we're not talking about fructose. But a protocol, keep in mind, is a general guideline, right? If you are an individual that really has a hard time with apples, well, if you have a really hard time with apples, maybe you should email me because I really want to meet you and study you. But do you hear what I'm saying? If you have a hard time with apples or a specific food that causes you to overeat, then be mindful of that. That needs to go on your protocol of off limits for this next 2 weeks. We've chosen to eliminate sugar, flour, and alcohol because these are the 3 food groups that are the most processed, cause the most glucose spike in our blood, and create the most dopamine. So they're the 3 foods. Alcohol isn't a food, but you're jamming with me here. Hi. Okay, hashtag mom life, right? Sorry about that, guys. I know you'll understand because your life is like mine, right? So where were we? So eliminating flour, sugar, alcohol, because these are the most consumed foods that we consume the most that inevitably just spike our blood glucose, which we just learned will increase our insulin, and insulin uses energy to store as fat. And also these are the foods that produce the most dopamine in our brain. So these are the foods that when we tend to have emotional eating or binge, or what is otherwise known as binge eating, or feeling just that general feeling of being out of control around food, these are the foods that it is. It's not it's not broccoli and chicken. Again, if you are out of control around broccoli and chicken, let me know because I want to study you. But this protocol asks us to eliminate these items, not because I want to torture you. No, actually, yeah, because I want you to be uncomfortable. I mean, let's face it, guys. Like, when have you ever accomplished anything in your life without being uncomfortable? So get ready to get uncomfortable. Once you eliminate these items, you are going to become so crystal clear about how you are addicted to them, why you want them, and what those triggers are. It's hard to identify those elements when you are in the thick of it, right? It's like you're a fish in water and you don't even know you're wet. You got to step out of the water to have perspective, to be able to be objective about the food that is causing this response and reaction in you. And not only that, but when we eliminate it, I'm going to give you guys a really fantastic model to be able to work through piece by piece to understand the cravings and triggers around it. So the protocol also is based upon intermittent fasting. Now, this is something that will work for some of you and will not work for some of you. If you're breastfeeding or if you're pregnant, this is something that is We can tweak it and modify it. I did intermittent fasting when I was pregnant, but also, yeah, we'll tweak that. If you're pregnant or nursing and you have concerns about intermittent fasting, why don't you contact me offline or send me a message on Facebook, and we can talk about the viability of that, because it's very much based on your comfort level and where you are in your pregnancy. And again, a conversation that you should have with your doctor always. So intermittent fasting, as we learned, is an opportunity for you to essentially deprive your blood of glucose. So this is a time where you no longer have glucose circulating in your blood system, and therefore your insulin is not required to come shuttle out and transport anything back to the fat cells. What happens during intermittent fasting is that your energy reserves start tapping into fat. If the idea of intermittent fasting freaks you out, you already intermittent fast, right? You already, when you go to sleep, most of us get between 8 to 12 hours a day over a 24-hour period of intermittent fasting. So intermittent fasting, to carry it out properly, you think about a 24-hour period, so say from 7 a.m. on a Monday to 7 a.m. or 7 a.m. on a Tuesday. And within that 24-hour period, you have what we call an eating window. Most people who intermittent fast will have between an 8 or a 10-hour an 8 or a 4-hour eating window. I have a 4-hour eating window, so I eat all of my foods between 4 p.m. A 5-hour eating window. So I eat all of my foods between 5 and 9 p.m. Now, intermittent fasting does not mean restrict. Let me make that so clear, guys, because this is either going to make you or break you. Let me underline that. If you are coming into this program with some dysmorphic thoughts about food management, and food control, this could rapidly propel into another system of control so that you can restrict and then binge. The thing is that it's not intermittent fasting that's causing that. If you come in with the thought that that is what you want, it doesn't matter what I give you. You're going to use that tool to restrict and then binge. So really think hard about the fact that this intermittent fasting is not to restrict your food, and it's not to binge on anything. It is to give your body a break. Give your blood glucose a break, give your insulin a break, allow your body to begin rebuilding, increasing your human growth hormone, increasing your testosterone, allowing your cells to recoup. And I'll link to a bunch of research papers that show that the period of intermittent fasting increases mitochondrial growth, and you can even train fasted. In fact, this past ski season, I raced every single ski race with 0 food in my belly. I was passing people who were getting feeds, and I'm talking like a 50K race. So, and I got the best times I've ever gotten. So, and we have a number of athletes. So if you're an athlete and you're hearing the word intermittent fasting and you're thinking, oh, but I have to eat every 30 minutes, challenge yourself, really challenge that. And then the third part of the protocol is no snacking. So now why are we not snacking? Because our body is snacking on fat. That's what we want our body to do. We want our body to snack on fat, not on pretzels, not on the lick of the pancake batter as you're making your kids pancakes. No snacking. If your eating window is from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., you have meals. Actual meals. Remember, this is not about telling you what you can or can't eat. This program is about helping you build habits that will last a lifetime. This means you make a meal on a plate with a fork, you sit down at the table, you eat it, you're done. There is a start and a finish to every meal on this protocol. Got it? For some of you, this is going to be old school. For some of you, this is going to be brand new and may feel really hard to implement into your life. Be patient. Do not use this as an excuse. Do not let your brain use the no snacking, the intermittent fasting, or the eliminating sugar, flour, alcohol as an excuse to not do something hard, right? You can do this. You can do anything for 2 weeks. You can do this. So that's the basic foundation of the protocol, okay? Within that protocol, before I go to the next slide, within that protocol, you are going to develop your own guidelines, and I've developed a worksheet for you that is located on our Strong Mom Tribe website login page that's on the website. It's a PDF, and it will walk you through some very specific questions to help you write your own protocol. So today, here's your homework. For the duration of this 2 weeks, you're going to keep a food journal. Some of you are already keeping a food journal. Some of you, this is going to be completely new. The food journal can be something that shows your caloric intake, or it can be just a very general sentence of what you ate, or it could even be photos of what you're eating. But the food journal includes everything you ate, including your snacks, including if you binge eat or overeat during this challenge. It includes everything. It is an honest, true account of what you are really eating. For some of you, this is going to be really easy. For some of you, you are really going to hate this, and that is okay. The point of keeping a food journal is that we have trained our brain to go unconscious when we eat. The act of writing it down forces us to pay attention to it. It's going to feel silly. Our husbands might make fun of us, but they can be quiet because we are being conscious about our food choices. Do the food journal. This is important. I'm not joking. If you need additional accountability with the food journal, at the end of every night, you can always log into our Facebook Tribe Facebook page, take a quick screenshot of your food journal and submit it. That would be awesome sauce. Or if you're not a part of the Facebook page Tribe and you're getting this information via email, you can email it to me, or you can post it in the membership comment sites of our website. Lots of different ways that we can help you stay accountable with your food journal. So this is your homework. So today, so if you're watching this by the end of the evening, grab a piece of paper and just write based on memory what you ate today. And then tomorrow, know that you're going to do the same thing. But today, you will start your food journal. The other thing you're going to do today is you're going to complete this nutrition protocol worksheet. This is just a series of quick questions. It's a downloadable PDF on the website that is going to help you think through the specifics of what you want your protocol to be. And then tomorrow, we're going to take that information and we're going to make it applicable. So the day 2 preview, by the end of today, by the time you have completed your homework and your protocol challenge, you're going to have a lot of thoughts that are telling you that you can't do this. Or you may have a lot of thoughts and feelings of overwhelm. And I'm going to give you tomorrow a tool that literally changed my life and has changed the life of all of my clients, called the thought model, that will help you put those thoughts that are causing you distress into a model so that you can see them objectively and you can change them. Here's the thing. If you are coming to this program because you struggle with your relationship with food, you don't really have a bad relationship with food. You really don't. It's your thought about your relationship with food that needs to change, not your relationship with food. If that didn't blow your mind, sit back and think about it. It's not your relationship with food. It's your thought about your relationship with food. And that's the work that we're going to do in this 2-week challenge. It's going to be hard. It's going to make you uncomfortable. And if you stick with me, you're going to walk away a different person. Yeah. Okay. I love you guys. I'm excited. I have goosebumps because I just feel so honored to have the opportunity to share this with you guys. And if you have questions or comments or anything, leave them in the Facebook feed or send me an email or go onto our membership forum. And yeah, okay, ciao.